Chances are you clicked on this video because you really want to learn how to make money on Instagram. You're like, sales on Instagram? The DMs? What are the DMs? Yes, the direct messages. Yes, the days of paying bots to send messages are over. In fact, they should have never even started. Stick around, because if you're here to learn how to get sales on Instagram using lead generated methods through Instagram direct messages, then my friends, give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button and stick around, because this is exactly how I have generated 30, 40, even 50K launches through the DMs. Let's get into it. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jen Marilla. I am your host. I have helped hundreds of online business owners grow their sales through Instagram direct message. I want to make sure you stick around till the very end, because I'm going to share with you a strategy that I use to keep track of my leads through Instagram DMs, so you don't want to miss it. First things first, what are DMs? Just so that we're clear, it's a direct message, right? So Instagram has a direct message system that you can message people. And there are 6 ways to send messages. There is text, like regular text. There is video, where you can actually take a live video and send it to someone, and or you can upload a previous video chat, which is a new feature where you can actually click at the top right-hand side. There is also a picture, which means you can just send a picture, or you can upload a previous picture from your photo album. Group chat, where you can cultivate a group chat with all your buddies, with all your best friends, and just collaborate, have great conversations in there in a group chat. My ultimate favorite is the voice feature, and I highly recommend using the voice feature, and I'm gonna get into it in just a few minutes about why I love the voice feature and why I think it's super impactful and important for your brand if you have a business. Okay, so now that we know the 6 ways to send direct messages on Instagram, the 4 types of ways that I use to sell on Instagram. So it's 1, build awareness, 2 is leads, 3 is sales, and 4 is create loyalty. I wanna say, guys, the most important thing about Instagram, and like I've always said, you can see in all my videos, is generating relationships, right? The core of any social media platform is to nourish an existing relationship and or create a new relationship. So regardless of whatever it is that you're selling on Instagram, whatever it is that you have a business in, it is the core and the foundation of what has generated me sales through the DMs, what has generated my clients success through the DMs, is literally nurturing and creating a relationships. In the beginning of this video, I said that the days of bots are over. And like, first of all, you should have never be using bots if you have, but there are companies that pay bots, and bots being robots, to actually send people DMs about, you know, how to spend money on growing on Instagram, or how to get followers and all that silly stuff. That doesn't work. It never worked, and it isn't going to work, especially now because Instagram is cracking down. So it's a waste of your money and time. You would rather do something and spend time doing it the right way, getting the right return on investment, than spend money on something that isn't going to work, right? So the most important thing with any of these tips or these types of ways to reach out to people through Instagram is that you generate relationships. That is the core and the foundation of it all, right? Creating that authenticity. And also, another thing to really consider when you're selling online is ask yourself how you like to be sold, right? If you like to be cold sold through the internet, then fine, by all means, go for it. But I can personally say that I'm not a fan of that. I would rather create a relationship, get somebody to know me before they ask me to spend money on them, right? And I think that's the biggest secret to having sales on Instagram and having good sales on Instagram. Okay, so let's get into our first type of selling on Instagram. It's building awareness, right? And so this method I use to let people know that I exist and that I'm watching, and vice versa. Because remember, if you're not on the platform and you're not interacting with other people, how do you expect people to interact with you and your brand, right? What comes around goes around. So I'm gonna show you guys 2 ways that I generate awareness. Number 1 is using the industry hashtags within my industry to reach out to people. So I simply type in my best hashtag, and then I go to the top post that has been generated as the most recent or the most popular, and I click on their photo, and maybe if I like it, and I comment it, or I go straight up to their stories and I check out their stories. If I resonate with their story, then I go ahead and click that story and send them a message, and boom, right then and there, I'm interacting with them. I'm letting them know that, like, hey, I exist, I'm real. Another really good way of doing this is going to your Explore page. Instagram curates your Explore page based on what you've already been looking at. So a lot of the times, if you've noticed, you've probably been looking at like a new pair of earrings that you wanted on Facebook, and then all of a sudden your entire feed on Instagram is about buying new earrings. Yes, that means the cookies, and that is the best part about marketing. That's what I love to nerd out about. But anyways, click on the post and then again, click on the story and go ahead and comment, and right then and there, you've created a relationship. You're building that awareness. Obviously, guys, the best way to also do this is do this with your own followers, the people you already follow, the people you already admire, like watching their stories too and commenting like genuine comments about something that they're posting, whether it's an actual post or a story that they've shared, is going to create that awareness, is going to let people know that like, hey, you exist. This brings us to number 2, which is leads. So this is my favorite part because it allows you to be a little ballsy. You guys know me, I'm all about stepping outside of the box. So what do I do to generate leads? I simply DM people, like not even joking. Typically what happens is that when people comment my posts and I see that they're really interacting, we're having really great conversation, I just shoot them a DM and I continue the conversation. And so at the very beginning of this video, I said that I really like voice notes. It is because of this. I send people voice notes all the time. And just even sometimes when I have a new follower, just to let them know that I've seen them and that I know that they're in my community and I'm welcoming them, I usually send them a quick voice note and I kind of say, hey, I see you, I love your stuff, I'm so glad that you're here. I see that you're a business coach and you need help. If there's anything that I can help you with, feel free to reach out. I always love to support my team, right? So just shooting that little authentic voice note really changes the dynamic. And the reason why I like voice notes is because who isn't going to respond to a voice note, right? Like you're always intrigued when you get that voice note, like I wonder what they're going to say. So I think it's a really good hack to creating and building that loyalty. Another really cool tactic that I like to use when I'm generating leads is polls. So for example, I'll ask my audience about something, and then based on the polls, I can go back and I can see who actually clicked what for what reason, and I can shoot them a message. I can ask them why they chose that over the other. I can voice note them and I can ask them what they're struggling with. I use this method not only for generating leads, but also for research. So when I'm creating a new course or I'm working on video content for YouTube, it's a lot of the time what I do with my audience on Instagram is I ask them what they need from me, and then I go into the DMs and build deeper conversations to really figure out what is it that they're struggling with and if I can actually help them. This brings us to number 3, because you're at the point where you've built awareness, you've generated leads. It's like, can I offer the sale? Absolutely. And so when I say sale, it's sending people in the DMs that freebie that you have, the free ebook that you have, the link to your lowest level offer, the link to your free masterclass, whatever it is, it's sending them the link to the sale or the funnel to get them into your world, to get them into your sphere so that they eventually buy from you. There isn't anything crazy about this, right? Like, as I said earlier, always think to yourself, how would you like to be sold? And that's how I like to sell people, right? Like I always build awareness, I always generate leads, and I always am there to serve. First and foremost, my goal with anybody, with any conversation in the DM is to make sure that I am giving you actionable steps so that you get the results you want. And that should be yours too as a business owner. This brings us to the best and my most favorite tip selling on Instagram is loyalty, building loyalty. You guys, I have been in business for over 5 years, and can I tell you that this is my secret sauce, is creating loyalty, building that loyalty, nourishing an existing relationship, and or creating a new one. And how do I do this? I simply offer my services for free. Getting on a call and a 20-minute call does me wonders, and I enjoy it. It's always like extra practice, right? Even if you don't get on a call with someone, just helping them through the DMs to be able to help them understand or get through a struggle that they're going through changes the game for them. Because if you've taken the time to help somebody through the DMs, they're going, I promise, they are going to remember that, and they are going to become a loyal consumer. They're going to be part of your community. It's almost like a no-brainer, something that you should always do. And I always offer that even before I offer a sale. And if for some reason the sale doesn't go through, I still offer it anyways, because it's all about creating that brand loyalty and having that authentic, nourishing relationship. Because again, that is the most important thing. I want to ask you guys, how do you guys use the DMs? Do you send voice notes? Do you send text messages? Do you send videos? How do you use the DMs to get sales on Instagram? Now, remember I said that if you stuck around to the end, I'm going to teach you a little trick on how I actually keep track of my leads. Well, as you know, in Instagram Messenger, you actually have the opportunity to split your messages between primary and general. I typically split my primary and general between people that, general being the people that are generating leads, and or primary are people that I'm still nurturing. And that helps me go back into the DMs when I've already created a relationship and I know exactly where I am with these people, that I can continue to serve them and get them into my sales funnel. This is a really cool strategy that I've used for over a year now, just to help me keep track of my audience and who's in there and how I've helped them. Such a game changer. So guys, if you found this video to be super helpful, I hope you give me a thumbs up, and I hope you subscribed to catch all my videos. Okay, so if you found this video to be super helpful, then you want to check out my How to Crush IG Stories video here, where I actually teach you guys how to utilize stories to build sales and then pull people into the DMs. So it's a really cool strategy. If you want more of me and you have tons of questions, either comment below or check out my free Facebook community group. I'm in there every single day. Get ready. I'm hot. Oh, my ear itches.